Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you very much for joining me. For this video, we're going to talk about angle bisector. It shouldn't be a long one because the concept is practically simple. Once you know what an angle is, basically measured in degrees in this case, and bisector, it cuts your whatever it is, a line or angle. In this case, an angle into two equal parts. And here I have some terms here. So we know the angle bisector, angles are cut into two equal parts, so both sides are equal. And when I say both sides, I mean the interior angles are equal. And here we say that a ray is used to bisect an angle, forming perpendicular angles, which means 90 degrees. Angles are formed. We're going to go to the notes of the lesson. So as it relates to angle bisector, the theorem states if a point bisects an angle, then the point is equidistant from the sides of your angle. This is what they're talking about. So the point they're talking about, or the ray, in this case is the ray AD in the black. So the angle formed was angle BAC, but since as the ray cut this angle or bisects it into two equal parts, we know that the top part of the angle, let's change the color a little. We know that this part of the angle is equal to the bottom part of the angle. And here I draw some theta, which basically means angle. So this part is equal to this part. So if the entire thing was, say, 50 degrees BAC, and you want to find what is BAD, you know that since it is cut into two equal parts, BAD will be 50 divided by 2, which is 25. So that's 25 and that's 25 if with a 50-degree angle. So here they're saying that the ray AD is an angle bisector, which basically means it cuts the angle into two equal parts, hence forming perpendicular bisectors or perpendicular angles. So what they're saying is that this is your ray BD, and the DB forms a perpendicular line to AB. And if you look at the bottom part, DC also forms a perpendicular line to AC. Mine is not drawn to scale. I use my free hand to do this, but that's what it basically is saying. And so therefore, angle BAD, so BAD, I'm going to draw it right here. So BAD, so this angle is equal to angle CAD. So that's D. So that's equal to CAD, and CAD was basically formed under it. So that's C, that's D, and that's A. So it's equal to CAD. So these two angles are considered to be equal. And if you join them, again, it will basically form out what you came from in the beginning. Alright, let's move on. So there are questions you could be asked to find missing angles or missing lengths, since as you know some principles out of your head, and we are going to elaborate on those. So before even starting a question, you always think about the background knowledge you have of the question. So right here, we know that angle B was broken into two equal parts. I know it's in the door. Into two equal parts where these two angles are said to be equal. We know that BD is the ray, hence it forms a perpendicular angle at C and at A, which makes these two lengths equal. Alright, so once you know that those two lengths are equal, we can find the length of the missing side, or the angle in this case. So they said that angle ABC is equal to 60. So ABC is the entire thing there, and that's equal to 60. So if we want to find the value of X and the value of angle ABD, so in this case we have to find X and then we find that one, or it can be vice versa. But since as we know what the angle is, let's go find the angle first. So angle ABD, so ABD is the angle that's right here. I'm going to shade in green. Is this angle here. We know the entire thing is equal to 60. If if it's a bisector, that means was broken into two equal parts. So that angle is equal to half of 60, which is 30. And that's pretty easy. Well, to find the value of x, we have to use the concept of the bisectors, that AD is equal to CD. And once they're equal, we can basically equate them. So AD is 5x plus 8, and CD is 10x minus 7. From here, we basically go ahead and solve for x. So let's subtract 5x from both sides, and we're going to add 7 to the other side. So let's go. So we're going to have 8 is equal to 5x minus 7. We're going to add 7 to both sides. Let's put it neater. And so 5x is equal to 15. X is equal to 3. Alright, so 5x equals 15, x is equal to 3, and that's how you find the value of x. They could have further asked you to find the measure of these given actual numbers. So what you have to do is to put the value of x right here, which is 3, if you want to know what dA is. So let's do that one. So let's extend a little bit more. So let's find the dA, or AD, however you call it. So AD is equal to 5x plus 8, and x is 3, so it's going to be 5 times 3 plus 8, and 15 plus 8 is 23. It's 23. And as we said that they're equal, so if you know AD, you know CD. So CD is also going to give you 23 when you add it. You can put it in if you want to, but since as they're equal, we just basically know that CD is equal to AD. Alright? And that's how you work a question that involves you finding the missing length and finding the unknown value, and also finding the angle when given the entire thing. Alright, so this one says find the measure of angle AJK. And so AJK is the side right here. I'm going to put it in red so we have that in our mind. So we're going to find this angle right here. And we mentioned that angle bisector basically cuts the angle into two equal parts. And so once the two angles are equal, we know that if we're given algebra, they're also going to be equal because these two angles are bisector of each other. So I'm going to erase this part here so I can have space to write. So we know that 8x minus 32 is equal to 3x plus 3. Alright, so from here, all we have to do is to solve for x. So we're going to subtract 3x from both sides. So 5x minus 32 is equal to 3. That cancels. Then we're going to add 32 to both sides. That cancels. So 5x is equal to 35. And from here, we're going to be dividing by 5 on both sides. And if you cannot work equations, feel free to go to some of my videos where I have the basic concept of equations there, and it should be able to help you. So x is equal to 7, but we're not finished there because we're asked to find AJK. And AJK is measured as 3x plus 3. So since as we found the value of x, we're going to put x right here beside the 3, multiply them, then we add the 3. So it's going to be 3x plus 3, so it's 3 times 7 plus 3. 3 7's 21, and 21 plus 3 is 24. And this 24 here is not a length, it's a degree, so you have to say 24 degrees. And if you look at this side, since they're equal, it should give you the same 24. But let's just test that out, since as we know the answer for that. So it's 8 times 7 minus 32. 8 sevens is 56, I think, minus 32. And 6 from 2 is 2 from 6 is 4, so it's also 24. So that's just, I just did this part for you guys to prove that it's also equal to 24. Alright, so we were asked to find AJK. So therefore, AJK is equal to 24 degrees. And that's how you find a missing angle given it using algebra. Alright? If you have any question about that one, leave it in the comment section below and I'll be happy to assist you with it. I don't know where I come from, but okay. And that's the end of our live stream. Someone how to do perpendicular bisector, but I need to get some questions where I can work with you. But for now, we just covered angle bisector. Remember, for angle bisector, the two angles are equal, as the bisector is your ray or a point. In this case, the ray here would be BD, hence forming perpendicular angles, which making the base is equal. So CD is equal to DA, and the two 90-degree angles are formed at angle A and angle C. So with that concept in mind, I am going to be ending the stream. I will have to do a video on how, what did the person say? How to get over being shy for interview and stuff like that. So I'm gonna do a video after that very soon, after this one, on how to be more confident in an interview. So if you're interested in that content, feel free to stay or come back and we can go have a discussion together. All right, thank you for coming. I'll see you on my next video.